Chicago in Game 5. Tony Kukoc coming up big, Clark. He had 30 points, but Jordan and Pippen could not get it going.
That's why we always talk about the importance of the team. It's rare that either guy, Pippen or Jordan, is off his game, let alone both of them at the same time. Jordan just couldn't find the range, and Pippen was ineffective against Hornacek in the low post.
It was so surprising, but Hornacek did a great job.
Yeah.
On the floor for the positions, Ron Harper and the great Michael Jordan. And so for the Utah Jazz, it's Adam Keefe and Karl Malone inside. Brian Russell at the 3 and also tasked with defending Michael Jordan. And the skilled backcourt of Jeff Hornacek and John Stockton.
When you look at how the Bulls have played on the road this postseason, they're only 4-4. And most of those losses have come against their toughest opponents, Utah and Indiana.
Malone with the block.
Emphatic denial by Malone, using that 7-foot wingspan. To get a hand on the ball.
Here's Hornacek. Clark, of course, it took Chicago 7 games to get past Indiana. And as a former Pacer, I know how proud you are of those players from Indianapolis.
No question about it, Kevin. Being part of that franchise's history and seeing that Indiana team push the Bulls harder than any team had during this dynasty, impressive.
It was. And Mike, coming into this game, Malone said he wanted to attack the paint early.
That's right. Looking to put pressure on the rim and, if possible, get Rodman and Longley in early foul trouble. He can do so much damage from the line. The defense has to be more careful around him.
Kukoc, a screen on Russell. And it's Pippen in the corner. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Jordan.
Scottie Pippen, a dependable shooter from here now. Like how he gets his feet set first. That's fundamental, but he's central.
Here's Stockton. Chicago grabs the miss.
That was tough to watch. He takes it all the way to the cup and just can't finish the job.
Hey, Clark, with the injury issues to Pippen and Harper, so much falling on the big shoulders of Michael Jordan.
And we know those shoulders are broad and capable, and we're used to thinking of Michael Jordan as superhuman, but he's now in his 30s playing big minutes. Does he have enough to climb another hurdle? We'll see.
It's going to be interesting to find out. Now, here's Stockton. Pass to Malone. Shoots over Longley. And once again, off the mark by Utah. Michael Jordan on the wing. Hornacek covering. Here's Jordan. The Bulls trying to slam the door for their 6th title. And a big Game 5 for Tony Kukoc. You know, Clark, he made as many shots in just 13 attempts as Jordan and Pippen made collectively in a combined 42. I mean, that's just amazing.
Yeah, his efficiency was off the charts, and I don't think the Bulls fed him enough. They got to remedy that tonight, though, Kevin.
You're right. And the Bulls, David Aldridge, with some concerning injuries.
Thanks, guys. Now, the big news for the Bulls is the condition of Scottie Pippen, who hurt his back in Game 3. He did take an injection yesterday, did electrical stim, iced it, had ultrasound and a massage, and then he did a lot of stretching. He told me he's a little bit ginger, but nothing can keep him out of the game like this. Back to you.
We knew that. David, thank you. Mike, it really has been an injury-plagued series for the Chicago Bulls.
Yeah, Ron Harper has the flu, can't hold down any food. Plus, the Bulls have been without a couple other key players. A monumental challenge for them tonight.
Huge, you're right. And a big question in this game will be how effective Scottie Pippen can be with his back spasm issue.
Well, in Game 5, he was only 2 of 16 from the floor. But he gave them 11 boards, 11 assists, and 3 steals. Can he find a way to impact the game tonight?
Like he did in Game 5, you're right. And the shot goes down.
And they may have talked about shot selection coming into this.
And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Count it.
And in the fourth quarter of Game 5, John Stockton didn't attempt a single field goal. Jerry Sloan would like him to be a little more assertive with his scoring tonight.
He's been an outstanding field goal percentage shooter throughout his career and in this series, Mike, so no real reason for him not to look for his shot.
Here's Stockton. 55 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Here's Malone. Second chance shot. A putback. And they had their chances. 2 offensive rebounds. But they still come up empty. And they double up Jordan. Outside, Kukoc. And that comes off the assist by Longley.
Boy, they didn't waste any time, did they? They got going right away.
They obviously had a plan coming in, and they've put it to good use.
Now, here's Stockton. Stockton can't get that one to fall.
Just unable to get into any kind of rhythm this quarter.
And that's the way it goes sometimes. But his team is doing what they can to try and get him going.
Count that one. Jordan's got 15 points.
They've been the aggressors right from the start, asserting themselves from the very beginning.
Yeah, they're setting the tone, and they're doing it on both ends of the floor.
Down low, here's Keith, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
Got to do more than that to stop Keith. Great concentration inside.
And so it's Michael Jordan making things happen for the Bulls. Going on an absolute rampage, piling in the points. He dictated. Welcome back to the second quarter of the NBA Finals, Game 6 here in Utah. As the Chicago Bulls look to close out the Jazz. But do they have enough left in the tank to get it done?
And these Bulls have to feel like the time is now to close out the series. They do not want it getting to a Game 7 on the road.
Watch out now. When this guy gets into a rhythm, it is something to behold.
So for Chicago right now, we've got Rodman. Michael Jordan is out there with Kerr. Then it's Kukoc. And it's Burrell in at the 3.
I think he's got to show more fight than that. Can't give up on the play once you get screened. You got to continue to fight through.
And Coach is definitely going to be frustrated with that effort, or lack of one, that is.
And Clark, the Bulls looking to close it out tonight. Critical, since very few teams have been able to win a Finals Game 7 on the road.
And you know what, Kevin? If it got to that point, all the momentum would be with the Jazz, having battled back from down 3-1. The Bulls got to play like this is the Game 7 here.
And through gritted teeth, Pippen still, Coach, getting it done.
Every step is a challenge with that back pain, but he's gutting it out for his teammates.
Jordan against Russell. Passes it to Burrell. Right side, Jordan unloads, and the Bulls tack on 2 more.
I like that they're putting in the work, trying to build this lead out.
Because in the NBA, no lead is safe.
Here's Isley, still looking for his first bucket in this one. Here's Malone, and the jam by Karl Malone. So, Mike, the mailman, Karl Malone, as intended, doing damage inside.
The Bulls lack anyone who can really slow him down in there.
Fires from the wing. Again, Chicago.
When it comes to scoring the ball, he is prolific and proficient.
Out left to the wing. Here's Isley, defended by Kerr. Back to Hornacek. 6 on the shot clock. The pass to Malone. tried to bank it in, but he misses.
You don't get a lot of those chances. He's going to want that shot back.
Here's Jordan. And the Bulls tack on 2 more.
You would think they were really feeling good in warm-ups because they started this game hot out of the gates.
And their shot selection has been excellent. Great patience shown by them.
Here's Hornacek. Rodman with the block.
You might want to try anyone else. Rodman is a top-notch defender. And the Utah Jazz not getting a lot from their center position in this series. Both Greg Ostertag and Jeff Forster, relative non-factors.
And in this MVP battle so far, Michael Jordan is coming out, I think, Coach, on top.
Yeah, Karl Malone not having the same impact as MJ. That's been a factor.
Huge.
Especially lethal in pick and rolls. Malone enjoys dissecting the defense in these sets.
And for the Jazz's center troubles, Clark, you can't help but recall the trade deadline deal that almost brought center Ronnie Cycli to Utah.
You know, Kevin, that trade was a done deal, but then somehow it just fell apart and fell through. A big man averaging 15 and 7 in Orlando. Boy, he could have really helped.
Oh, you said it. Here's Isley, defended by Kerr. Isley, the pass to Hornacek. Here's Malone. It's hauled in by Burrell.
And in these particular playoffs, the Bulls have lost 4 of their last 5 on the road. They know they've got to get busy and handle their business now.
There's 47 seconds left in the second quarter. Here's Isley. The shot misses. Some solid defense by Rodman. Chicago leading by 19. Here's Jordan. And that's collected by Hornacek.
Incredible effort defensively. No easy buckets.
23 seconds left in the first half. Malone with the screen. Here's Isley. Defended by Rodman. Carr. The Jazz with another miss. On the wing, Jordan. On the wing, Rodman takes the 3. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall.
Well, you've got to admire the energy there from Malone, wanting to change that shot and doing so.
And welcome back to the second half of Game 6 in the NBA Finals here in Salt Lake City, Utah. The Jazz trying to force a Game 7 against the defending champion Chicago Bulls in front of these tremendous fans. Jazz trail by 19.
And not just Scottie Pippen dealing with a bad back. John Stockton also dealing with back issues.
Stockton is out there with Jeff Hornacek. Then it's Malone. Then it's Russell. And it's Keith in at the 5 down low. That's the group for Jerry Sloan getting going here in the second half. 1 half remaining between Chicago and Jordan winning their 6th championship.
Making a statement big time. My goodness.
Showstopper for sure.
Had the hang time and knew what to do with it.
Pass to Malone. That's good, and a nice assist from Stockton. Stockton's got his 5th assist in this one. And apparently Clark Stockton got a back adjustment at halftime.
Well, Kevin, you know, at this point in the season, just about everybody is dealing with some kind of ailment. It's really a battle of attrition.
It is. You know, Mike, this is pretty amazing considering how banged up he is, just how effective Scottie Pippen has been tonight in this game.
And if this were the regular season, no chance he'd be playing right now. But he's in there and making a difference.
And a heroic performance. And it's Malone missing. Chicago leading by 19. Harper the pass to Longley. Jordan is doubled. Now here's Harper. Back to Jordan. Over Hornacek. And there's Michael Jordan, the assist from Ron Harper. Jordan's got 29.
At 6'6", Harper's outstanding court vision is accentuated as he looks over the defense.
Malone sets the pick for Stockton. Scottie Pippen grabs the miss. Pippen's got his 4th rebound in this one. Jordan kicks to Pippen. Off target from three-point range.
And you look at Karl Malone, 6'9", 250 pounds, just a Goliath. The Bulls are hard-pressed to deal with his physicality inside.
Russell passes to Keith. Stockton down low. Defended by Jordan. The shot's good from Stockton.
The quick dribble of Stockton. Ball handling 101.
And Clark, you talk about defending Malone. Dennis Rodman is game for that challenge. He's game for any challenge, but that one in particular.
Yeah, with Dennis Rodman, it's about embracing that hard-nosed physical play. And we know that Rodman is a guy who never backs up from that.
And there's the call on Michael Jordan. That's his first foul. A different look for Utah. Morris comes in for Brian Russell. And it's Anderson in for Hornacek. Wennington, he's checked in for Chicago. Stockton finds Morris.
2 minutes remaining.
Stockton with it. He's guarded by Harper. And the wide open shot from Morris. The Jazz making a switch here. Carr's checked in. The Bulls also changing it up. Dennis Rodman, he's checked in for Kukoc. Bushler comes in for Pippen. And Steve Kerr is subbed in for Ron Harper. In the corner, it's Morris. Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. To the left side wing. Malone wide open. No good from the wing.
And, you know, you look at the Jazz with Malone and their other bigs. They've got a significant size advantage inside. But the Bulls have done a nice job holding their own on the glass.
You're not going to get stops against him unless you give an effort.
Priority and goal number one has to be tightening up the defense. They can't afford to give him open looks.
Morris inside, working on Rodman. Carr the pass to Morris. Carr with the screen on Kerr. Here's Stockton. Another miss by Utah. Chicago leading by 23. Jordan outside. Takes it inside. And it's Jordan with the jam.
They've gotten out to a big lead because of superior play on both ends.
No better way to do it. It's much easier to win games when you own both sides of the floor.
Malone in the post, and the layup's good off the glass. And that's 18 points for Karl Malone.
And you can see how confident Malone is inside. I mean, he feels like he can score on anybody from there.
Jordan the pass to Kerr. Kicks it out to Rodman. Here's Jordan. Again, Chicago.
What a competitor. He's been looking for a shot all game long, and he's really shouldered the load for them offensively.
Coach, Michael Jordan is having himself a game. Wow.
Outplaying Karl Malone to this point. The Bulls getting the better of that superstar matchup.
Kerr outside. Back to Jordan. Fires the three. That one doesn't drop. And so it's Michael Jordan making things happen for the Bulls. He's a
28. The Bulls.
We're back for the fourth quarter of play here in Game 6. The Utah Jazz and the Chicago Bulls, for the second year in a row, battling for an NBA championship. It all comes down to this.
And you look at it, John Stockton, 36 years of age, Karl Malone at 34. You wonder, is this their last best?
Now, Michael Jordan is out there with Harper. Then it's Pippen. Then it's Rodman. And it's Kukoc in at the 4 spot. Morris, no good. And Stockton at this point has played more playoff games, Clark, than anyone in NBA history without winning a title.
Boy, you certainly respect the number of deep runs that he's been part of. And at this point, all he wants is a ring.
Because he's going to the Hall of Fame, but you're right. This has got to be the one thing absent on his resume.
No doubt.
Now we go to David for a quick take.
Thank you, Kevin. Now, when you think about Michael Jordan's legacy, this is a guy with nothing left to prove, but he plays every game as if he has everything to prove. And it's part of what's made him great and part of what he's done for the game of basketball and this Bulls organization, which has won more with him than it ever did before he got here. Guys?
Puts it in perspective, D.A. Thank you. Mike Air Jordan. Michael Jordan. Arguably the greatest of all time.
What more can we ask for? What has he done for the game of basketball and the NBA as a whole? It's simply remarkable.
Well, no one has covered more big Jordan games than you, Mike. You would know.
Brian Russell's size, he's 6'7" and 225 pounds, and he's got good athleticism, too. Really makes him the best defensive option for Utah in playing Michael Jordan.
That's what you want from ball movement. Get the defense moving and find a chance inside.
Here's Jordan. And the Bulls tack on 2 more.
I don't know what the heck the defense was thinking there. I mean, he's cast from this area of the floor, and they let him walk into it.
Yeah, you got to show more fight on defense. This isn't the guy you give room to shoot from the mid-range.
The shot by Isley, no good. And Russell drafted in the second round back in '93, Mike. He's played his entire career with the Jazz.
And he's not on the floor for his offense. His role for this Jazz team is to be a wing stopper.
Down the stretch, when you need buckets, go to the guy who's gotten you this far.
Yeah, he's been relentless.
Here's Morris. Keith controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
The attacking mentality on the glass. Keith is excellent at positioning himself to come away with second chance points.
Here's Harper. Good, and the assist goes to Jordan.
Assisted.
Jordan's got 4 assists in the game.
He's shot a lower than average volume tonight, but his efficiency doing it has helped them build this lead.
Here's Isley. Foster is screen on Harper. Shot from 12. The shot's good from Isley. Isley's got 4 points now in the quarter.
With him, the scouting report says you've got to go over the screen.
Absolutely. He'll hurt you from deep, so you have to fight through those picks.
Pass to Harper. Bulls moving the ball around. Jordan against Anderson. Longley with the bucket.
Taking contact well on the way up. Longley using his strength to power the shot in.
Anderson outside. Passes to Foster. Here's Isley. Lets it fly from 18. Luke Longley grabs the miss.
Look at him, and he's a little hit and miss from there, even without a defender in his face. No guarantee.
Jordan kicks to Harper. And it's Chicago scoring again.
Well, Harper was ready to go. He's just waiting for the ball to go on the attack.
Morris outside.
That's exactly how coaches draw it up. Great screen and let the ball handler do the rest.
Shot from 16. Again, Chicago.
They have shown up at just the right time, putting the finishing touches on this game.
This run absolutely closes the door on any chance of a surprise ending. That'll do it.
And there's the pass to Isley. Foster is screen on Harper. Here's Isley driving the lane, and plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up. And the foul goes against Chicago.
Howard Isley. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. Malone's checked in for Keith. Then for the Bulls. Wennington, he's checked in for Simpkins. Bushler comes in for Burrell. And Kerr subbed in for Ron Harper. Anderson against Jordan. We've got 28 seconds left in the fourth. Jordan's got 49 points in the game.
Quality pass by Bushler. He's a true team-first guy.
Here's Isley. And the Chicago Bulls win their 6th championship, completing a second three-peat. Without question, Mike, one of the greatest dynasties this league has ever seen.
6 championships in 8 seasons. a decade of dominance. The 90s have belonged to Michael Jordan and these Chicago Bulls.
And this title run for the Bulls, arguably, Clark, their most difficult, with age and injuries and even some palace intrigue. But for the moment, merely jubilation.
You covered it all there, Kevin. What a remarkable run. And now we'll just have to wait and see whether they decide to run it back one more time. This very well, though, could be the final chapter